Hey guys, what is up and welcome to a brand new episode of RTR. Today we have our best rewards we have ever got and it is from a midweek. I'm super happy with it and I cannot complain at all. I just wanted to mention I still have the daily giveaways going over on my Twitter, so make sure to follow me over there and retweet the tweet so you might be able to win yourself one of the special Christmas cards. I've had a couple of messages that people want to join the Discord, but the link in the description isn't working. So if you guys do want to join, just head over to my Twitter, send me a DM or just send me a tweet in general, and I'll send you a link and try and get you guys in there. I just wanted to mention there is no Road to Rare this week due to the special competition. The main one only has one entry, and you guys are going to see my entry for that. Unfortunately, there's not free, because if there was, I would have given you guys the opportunity to enter. But hopefully, it should be returning next week, as there should be some good specials on. Let's get into the teams and see how well we did. So over on Sorare data, we're going to have a quick look at 6 of kind of the best or favourite teams that I expected to do well. Starting with my rare team, Barcelona once again smashing a team, but can't keep a clean sheet. La Liga's pretty much like that, where the teams such as Barcelona and, well, Real Madrid mainly, they push so high up the pitch that they're just so open to counter-attacks, almost like Man City in the Premier League. Pedri, Martinez did okay considering, and then Valverde with an error led to goal as captain, and Rodrigo getting some decent AA. This team didn't do anything, and I didn't even get a box here. Moving into my Premier League in-season Division 3 team, Kelleher letting 3 goals in against Newcastle was a bit of a surprise. I expected Newcastle to be a hard game, but I did not expect them to concede 3. The Chelsea boys, also like Barcelona, winning 5-1. Enzo Fernandez is currently one of the best Chelsea players at the moment. He's absolutely smashing it, getting another decisive. Van Dijk with those 3 goals conceded, not doing too great. And then Son starting on the bench, but as captain wasn't the greatest. Moving into the first of the 2 Division 1 lineups. So on the lineup, when the lineups came out, I saw that Sanchez wasn't playing and Jorgensen was preferred to him, which was quite unfortunate because this team has now been relegated. I think I was about 10 positions off. Cole Palmer unfortunately couldn't do enough. And with Saka and Odegaard only just getting decent AA and Gvardiol having 2 or 3 big chances missed, this team was just nowhere near anything. Then moving into the championship teams, we have the Real Madrid stack with Pedri. Bellingham absolutely smashing it, and the rest of the team just doing shocking. Mbappe missing yet another penalty, and Courtois conceding 2 goals. Then moving into this team, it was so frustrating. When I built this team, I tinkered with having Valverde or Bellingham. If I put Bellingham in it, I would have managed to get second place, unfortunately, which would have been £319 and would have been 2 podiums this week. But for some reason, I always decide to go with Valverde just because I love him as a player. One day I'd love him to come to the Premier League. But as always, Rafinha absolutely smashing it, picking up 2 goals. Lamine Yamal winning a penalty and getting an assist. And obviously Barcelona conceding ruined this team completely. And once again, no rewards picked up there. Then moving into my best ever finish, my best ever score on Sorare, we managed to pick up £794. Well, that's Sorare Data's prediction. We'll see what we actually do pick up with this absolutely insane team. David Raya keeping the clean sheet against United, and William Saliba scoring a goal which he knew absolutely nothing about. And sometimes you just need the luck to go your way. Then Moise Caicedo only picking up 51.9 points, which is quite unfortunate in a 5-1 win. I was hoping that it'd get a decisive. It was quite a nice game against Southampton. Haaland was back performing quite well. He got some really good AA, which is surprising for him as he usually just has loads of big chances missed. But he's managed to pick up an assist. And then Mohamed Salah, probably the best player in the Premier League at the moment. Probably just in front of Cole Palmer, annoyingly. Picking up 2 goals and an assist in a 3-3 draw against Liverpool. Not against Liverpool, against Newcastle. As you can see, this is just an I was just super annoyed by this team. If you guys follow me over on Twitter, you would have seen that I was miles ahead on the day before. And then somehow, if I can quickly show you guys the leaderboards, which I can't, I managed to lose to a guy who had Robinson and Iwobi from Fulham. And up until about the 89th minute, when Robinson passed the ball to Iwobi and Iwobi somehow scored because Brighton were absolutely shocking, I managed to drop 8 points behind first place. I'm just so gutted by this. Last night I was just clutching at straws. If you saw my tweet, I was wondering if it wasn't actually an assist because the way Iwobi looked like he got tackled from the angle. But unfortunately, we only picked up second place, but it's still £800. We would have liked the $1,500, but we'll take it. Let's get into the rewards. So moving into the rewards, that's not the rewards. Do I not have the rewards? I've just looked at my cash balance and I seem to have already been given the rewards, which is super frustrating. I don't know why that's glitched out. Sorare has all day today been so buggy when I was trying to set the lineups. Is there a way that I can look at them now? There is absolutely nothing at all. That is super frustrating. I can't even click on that. Well, I'll show you up here. So we managed to get $1,000, which is honestly, although I'm super frustrated I didn't get first place, you cannot complain at $1,000. We're still chasing that for first place. That's our fourth podium of the season. We've managed to get 3 third place finishes and 1 second place. We're getting so close. Obviously, we got relegated with that Premier League team, which is so annoying for this weekend. And when we do my lineups in a bit, you're going to see how frustrating it's going to get because I think I'm going to get relegated from Division 1 again, and the games haven't even started. Let's get into the boxes, see if we can get anything good. I didn't actually realise that we managed to get a rare box. Come on, just give me 2 essence. I think that's all I need. Market credit again. I can't complain, but it just makes me want to buy more cards. But that's £7.79 added to whatever it was I actually won. I'm not too sure. I think it was about £780 in the end. But still, we can't get that last 3 essence I need for that 20 essence craft. We need 17. No, is it 17 for a 20? Yeah, we need 17 more essence from 5 boxes. I should have a 5-star box, which fingers crossed can give us some good essence. We get 3 essence there, so that takes us up to 6. Moving into the next box, once again, it is just so laggy at the moment. From a 2-star box, the max essence we can get is 20. We're definitely not going to get that with a 0.1% chance. But you always cross your fingers. 2 essence there takes us up to 8. We're going to somehow need to get 12 essence from these last 3 boxes. Can we get some more? We managed to get 3, which takes us up to 11. So from these last 2 boxes, we have a 5-star box. We'll leave that till last. This is just a random box. I think this might be from the specialist competition. We managed to pick up 1 essence there, so we need 8 essence from our 5-star box. So there's a 36% chance of 10, a 3.8% chance of 50. That's actually crazy. I didn't even realise you could get 200 limited essence and even 20 rare essence. I think I've seen it before, but I completely forgot. And there's 5 limited essence for 20%. I guarantee that's the one, 50%, sorry. That is the one we're probably going to get. Knowing my luck at the moment. And there we have it, 5 limited essence. Who would have seen that coming? Everyone, probably. Let's get into the return on investment so far. So I haven't managed to update this yet, player by player. But I've chucked the cash amounts into this left column down here. And as you can see, we have nearly hit £3,500 hit. We're about 14 games into the season, so still just over a third of the way, and we're 48.4% return, which is honestly just insane. I'm so happy this idea is coming into fruition, and it looks like we're actually going to manage to do it. Also, to add to that, my rare players have been going up in value because I've been making some good purchases, and hopefully I can carry on with that. Let's get into the lineups for this game week. So guys, we're going to start with a free-to-play competition in Europe. There's 37,000 entries, which is awesome because as many people as there are on Twitter saying the game is dead, 37,000 entries tells me that they are completely wrong, and I'll continue to enjoy this game, even if they don't want to. We've gone for Kelleher in goal. Against Everton, Liverpool have been smashing it, and I just felt like they were going to get a clean sheet. Hakimi is one of the best defenders. Musiala is a great midfielder, and I've chucked De Bruyne in as a massive risk, and I've captained him. If he starts, he's going to smash it against Crystal Palace, one of the bottom of the league teams. And then Haaland, I'm putting all my faith in him again. We're going to move into the special team. So this is the 50k special. I didn't actually focus on it because for me, in the divisions I'm in, it's more efficient for me to put my top players into the Division 1 competitions. There's more money up top and there's less competition. And also champion compared to the rest of like contender and challenger. the scores are always slightly lower unless your team is going to absolutely smash it. Whereas you've got PSV, Feyenoord, Celtic, all those teams, it's just for me didn't seem very worthwhile to go up against. So we've got Pickford against Everton, Rico Lewis, Declan Rice, Nico Williams, and Guimaraes. Declan Rice is one of those players. I don't know why I've put him in a team like this. He probably should have gone in one of my Prem teams, but you'll see what players I've used instead. Cap 260, not even going to look at that. That team's not going to do anything. And then moving into my Division 1 team, which is probably going to be Division 2 come Tuesday, because if you guys live in England, you'll realise there's a massive storm that's going to happen overnight and tomorrow. So it looks like the Liverpool game is going to get cancelled. If you guys are living in those areas, then just stay safe. I feel like a weatherman right now. Saka and Odegaard from Arsenal. I mean, I just feel like this team's going to be irrelevant, so I just don't even feel like going over it. Then moving into my Division 2 team, because we got relegated thanks to Sanchez not starting. We've gone for David Raya in goal and Saliba in defence. This obviously worked out really well last week. And once again, we're going to go Haaland, but this time he's going to be captain against Crystal Palace. We've also thrown De Bruyne in there. I have an inkling De Bruyne is going to start, and I really hope he does. And if he does, he's likely to smash it. And the card looks so cool, you can't not put it in a team. And then we've also gone for Bruno Fernandes against Nottingham Forest. Then moving into the Division 3 team, you guys will see on Twitter on Sunday that I am actually going to the Spurs vs Chelsea game. So I thought it would be fitting to put a full Chelsea lineup, and for that reason, I haven't put Cole Palmer in a separate lineup for once. But instead, I've put him with the Chelsea boys. So we have Robert Sanchez, Marc Cucurella, Moise Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Cole Palmer. I can't wait for this game. Tottenham have been absolutely shocking this season, even though some people say they get good results here and there. For me, they're probably one of the worst teams in the Premier League. Don't enjoy really watching them at all. I quite enjoy watching them for Sorare reasons, but apart from that, I just don't really care for them. And Chelsea are just on an insane run of scoring loads of goals, and I'm just hoping we can put on an absolute show, win 3-4-0. My score prediction for this game is actually 3-1 to Chelsea. I don't know who's going to score for Spurs, but I feel like Cole Palmer and then Nicholas Jackson for 2. It's a bold prediction, but we'll see come Sunday how this one turns out. Moving into La Liga. So I currently am in the process of trying to pick up a Courtois. You're going to see after I've done the lineups my kind of plan for the gallery. We've got Inaki Peña in goal for Barcelona. And then instead of playing Martinez this week, I've picked up my newly purchased. I've put in my newly purchased Rudiger. Then we've got Valverde, Rodrigo captain, and Nico Williams, who's been smashing it for Bilbao at the moment and continues to do well. And then we have our Division 1 team, number 1, as we currently have 2. I've got Inaki Peña and Martinez in goal. I'm starting to think that Martinez might get rested. He's played loads of games in a row, and he's a bit of a worry. Talking of resting, there's 3 midfielders that I like to play from Barcelona. There's Olmo, and then there's Pedri. Well, there's just 2 really. So this week I've decided to put Marc Caicedo in there. I feel like he's got a high chance of starting, and I didn't want to risk Pedri and Olmo once again with the rotation. And then up front I've gone with Rafinha and Robert Lewandowski because they would have been mentioned in the media to be starting. So instead of Yamal, I've gone for Lewandowski, and hopefully Rafinha can put up a great performance like he continues to do. Then into the other Division 1 team, as you can see, I haven't gone for any splits this week. I've gone pretty boring. We've gone for Courtois in goal, Rudiger in defence, Jude Bellingham and Valverde in midfield. And then as a really rogue captain choice, I've gone for Rodrigo. I'm kind of, in my mind, going back to last year when Vinicius Jr. was injured and Rodrigo was just smashing in the high scores for Real Madrid. I'm hoping that can happen again. And fingers crossed, once again, we'll see what happens on Saturday. Then the Division 2 team, we've gone for the Atletico stack with Yamal as well up top. So we've got Oblak, Longley, Rodrigo de Paul, who's been performing really well for Atletico, and then Antoine Griezmann. Hopefully this team can do quite well, but, we'll see. I don't know if Longley's going to start, but at the moment, you don't know who's going to start with the rotation from midweeks. Moving into Bundesliga Division 1, this is my favourite team of the weekend. We've got Golaschki in goal, who I picked up last minute because Neuer looks like he's out and injured. Wasn't in the training session. Then for Leverkusen, we've chucked in Grimaldo and Florian Wirtz. They've got a really great fixture at home. I'm hoping they can keep a clean sheet. Well, This is a weird one. I actually don't care if they keep a clean sheet. I would quite like for Hradecky to concede because I have a feeling a lot of people will be using him. So for that reason, Grimaldo can pick up the AA, get the decisives, and still get 100, even if they concede 2 or 3 goals. And then Florian Wirtz hopefully keeps smashing it as he has this season. Then we've chucked Musiala in there. It was between him and Kimmich, but Musiala for me is one of those players that can score 100 points and just turn up when week in, week out. And then up front, due to Kane being injured, we have chucked Mamouche in there, who week on week is smashing it for Frankfurt, and he's one of my favourite purchases that I've had this season. Moving into the first of the Division 3 teams, we've got Kobel in goal, and then Schlotterbeck in defence, and then also from Dortmund, we've gone for Guirassy. Once again, it's not the hardest fixture, for Dortmund, but it's always a good game, Dortmund versus Mönchengladbach, and they are away. And then we've chucked Joshua Kimmich and Elise in there. Elise, I imagine, will be playing up top or in a more forward role than he usually does, and then Kimmich obviously always scores high. Then moving into the third team 3, we've got Hradecky in goal, and then we've got the defensive duo of Hincapié and Jonathan Tah. And then my newly purchased Felix Mmecha, who's been smashing it for Dortmund since, in the last couple of games, since he's started getting some consistent games. And then Bino Glittens, who's also been playing really well for Dortmund and been picking up decisives here and there. We've made him captain. And moving into the champion teams, sorry I'm speed running through these at the moment. My Division 1 team, I'm looking at it and I'm going, I don't know why I've done this. It was like best of the rest. I don't trust Kylian Mbappe to save my life at the moment. If he was taking a penalty that was had my life resting on it, I'd be pretty worried because he just did not score. Just doesn't seem like he's performing well at Real Madrid. I would have thought he would have settled in by now. He scores goals and his stats aren't too bad, but just performance-wise, when you watch him on the pitch, he just looks a bit clueless. And eventually he's going to come good, and the media and myself are going to be biting our fingers because at the end of the day, it's Kylian Mbappe, one of the best players at the World Cup a couple of years back. So we'll see how this goes. We've then gone for Chouameni as I need a midfielder, and you just never know. Chouameni, he get good AA. It's not the easiest fixture against Girona. And then we've gone for the defensive stack of Kim Min-jae and Upamecano. Once again, Bayern have a decent game. I'm hoping they can keep a clean sheet. And Kim Min-jae's been smashing it recently with his AA, so I've made him captain. Moving into Team 2, we're just going to breeze over this. I mean, I don't think the game's going to go ahead. We've got Onana in goal. He's going to be hopefully getting 100 points just so I can stay in Division 2. But that's not happening at all. I'm definitely getting relegated from this. But if Liverpool do start, we've got Van Dijk in defence, Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, and then Luis Diaz. And then into the Team 4, which I'm wishing was Team 2 now, we have Nick Pope in goal, and he's surrounded by the Man City boys of Ruben Dias, Josko Gvardiol, Gundogan and Savinho. I don't know why I put them in such a bad division. I think it's because I wanted to play my Chelsea team, and then I just feel like other teams are performing better at the moment. City are working their way back into being, those players that you pick in, week out. So we will see how that goes. Now, let's get into the end of the video. To close out the video, guys, I want to show you some options. At the moment, we have a balance of about £1,000. We don't exactly have £1,193, as some of that budget is from the Beat the Weekly tournament, which obviously we don't take into account when we work out, our statistics of how much we return. Courtois is the option that I'm looking at because I would love to run a Real Madrid and Barcelona team, especially with them both doing kind of well in the Champions League and should get into the knockout games. With you being able to enter one out-of-season classic card in the in-season competitions and the in-season Courtois being £1,000, managing to get a 70% discount for a 7% Courtois sounds like an absolute no-brainer to me. I'm also tinkering with the idea after watching a podcast with Nepenthes about building a full classic team, because with £1,000 you can pick up some very, very good rare classic cards. So I've been looking at picking up a full Premier League rare classic team with this budget. Let me know down below, guys, what you think I should do, or if you think the best option is just to save and see if there's anything else on the market that would be better and worthwhile in the future. Thank you guys again for watching. We are now up to nearly 800 subscribers. I really appreciate the support. I'd really appreciate if you could drop a like on this video. Go over to my Twitter and retweet the tweet if you want to enter yourself into a daily giveaway I put them up around 8 to 9 p.m. every night. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday, where we're probably going to have a lot of relegation, but hopefully we can continue this good run of form.